Hey everyone, and welcome to the course. This is Microeconomics, Spring 2021 semester at Rutgers University. I am Professor Joe Shin. I am the instructor of this course. The goal of this video is to really give you a broad overview of this course, walk you everything on Canvas as well as my Econ lab, show you where everything is, because hopefully you're aware this is a course that is being administered entirely online, and as such everything you're going to need to be able to find you're going to find in these different websites. And so with that, let's dive right into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the page on Canvas, and within here you have really just a few different pages to go to. You have the home page, which is going to have just the basic course information. The video you're watching is going to be here. This is from last year, so it has to be updated. And then just some basic information and contacts if you need. Now, the modules is where you're going to find most of the information for this course. And so you're going to have the different weekly modules, in addition to, of course, syllabus and info, assignment instructions for my Econ lab, lectures, and so forth. So you click on the syllabus. You can either view it in your web browser, or if you download it, you can see it in PDF form. So here's the information. Again, this is Microeconomic Principles, Spring 2021. I'm your instructor. As far as contacting me, here is my contact information. I'm going to be working completely remotely. I believe most of the university is that way this semester again, with everything going on. But when I do end up going back, this is my office. Now, as far as getting a hold of me, here is my email, professor.joe.shin@gmail.com. And this is the best way to get a hold of me. I'm usually very responsive. I can get back to you within 24 hours. And so if you have any questions, make sure you reach out that way. As far as office hours, they're going to be held virtually, and they're going to be held by appointment only this semester. And it's going to be through likely Zoom. And so if you ever need to meet or you have any questions, just go ahead and shoot me an email, and I will set something up. Usually in the evenings is when I'm available. And just a little more information about me. I have been teaching at Rutgers part-time for about 3 or 4 years. I also teach at a couple of other universities in the area part-time. But full-time, I work for the government. I am an economist with the Department of Housing and Urban Development, a job that I've been doing since 2010. And with that job, I basically look at housing markets, the economy, as well as different projects that come in for review for HUD insurance and other programs. And so that's my main job. And so if I don't respond during the day, that's why I'm working. But I am available in the evenings, and I'm usually pretty good with getting back when you email me. So as far as the course, the required textbook, Microeconomic Principles, the 13th edition by Michael Parkin, Pearson Publishing. Now, it says ebook only. You can get the hard copy of the book if you want. And it'll come with the code for my Econ lab, which you are going to need, and I'll explain that in a minute. Or you can get just the online version, which has the book in there as well. And here's the ISBN for that. You have your course description and learning objectives here. Web access, as I mentioned, this course is being administered entirely online. On Canvas, you're going to find all the information you need, lectures, links. Now, there are no set meeting times for this course. What's going to happen is every week you're going to be giving a list of assignments, and that's going to include lectures for you to view, assigned readings, and then you're going to have homework, quizzes, and other assignments to do. And anytime within that week, as long as you hit the deadlines, you're fine. You don't need to log on at any specific times for this course. They're not live lectures, so all the lectures are pre-recorded. For the most part, all weeks run from Monday through Sunday, and all weeks will only be available 1 week in advance. And so, for example, when the semester starts, weeks 1 and 2 will be available, and then week 3 will become available at the start of week 2, week 4 will become available at the start of week 3, and so forth. So you can work ahead a little bit, but you just need to make sure you keep up with the different deadlines. The course outline as far as grades, I'm going to go through all that. And here's the grading scale. So when it comes to the quizzes and homeworks, they are going to be all administered, and the exams for that matter, are all going to be administered in My Econ Lab. You will be responsible for getting enrolled in My Econ Lab. No late submissions will be accepted, so make sure you get everything done on time. There's each week you're going to have quizzes and homeworks. And so the homeworks are ungraded, and the goal of them is to help to prepare you for the quizzes. And the quizzes, which is your grade, and I believe it's 20%. Yeah, 20% of your grade. They are going to be multiple choice, usually 10 questions, and you have a 30-minute time limit on them. Now, with these, there are no makeups, and if you miss one, you get a 0 for it. However, at the end of the semester, the lowest 2 quiz scores do get dropped. I also have included homeworks in there, which are to prepare you, as I mentioned. They are ungraded, but I highly encourage you to do it. Now, in addition to the weekly quizzes and homeworks, every week you're going to participate in voice discussions through Voicethread, and I'll show you that in a second. So each week you're going to be given a topic, and you are to post either 2 voice or video comments for them. And so with these, sometime between Monday and Wednesday of that week, you are to go into the assignment, see what the topic is, and respond. Give your own original response, and then come back sometime between Thursday and Sunday, see the responses that were given by everybody else, and then you will directly respond to them. You can agree, disagree, expand on something somebody else says. Just make sure that you are respectful in your responses. Not looking for anything major, about 30 to 60 seconds, and it should be some original thought, not just copying what somebody else did. Here's the grading as far as the discussions. So exams, there's 2 exams during the semester, a midterm and a final. They are also being done through My Econ Lab. Missing exam is serious. Here's the makeup policy. Now, these have a 3-hour time limit once you begin the exam. So once you open the exam, your time limit starts. And so if anything happens, if you get cut off, if you have computer issues, make sure you let me know immediately. So that way we can take care of that. Now with these, they're open book, open notes, but you can't work with anybody else. Same goes with the quizzes. Here are the exam dates. Now, this course is online, and you do have a lot of freedom as far as using the internet and your notes, the book, especially when you talk about the quizzes and exams. However, it's very, very important that you do not work with other students, and you do not try to find from anybody else information that's pertinent from this specific course that would impact your grades. For example, if you were talking to someone who took the course before, you should not be looking at feedback that I gave them, and so forth. If you need any special accommodations, here's the information. And here's the weekly schedule. And so each week you're going to have your, your reading, you have your assignments over here. Okay, you have your spring break week in there. All right, final exam, and so forth. And so let's go back into here and go back to the modules. So each week you're going to have your overview and assignment page and the lectures. And so if you go into the overview and assignment list, you're going to have your readings, the assignment list, the dates that are due, and let's take a look at the Voicethread assignment quickly. You know what, let me go back here, because I'm in student view right now. So when you click on the Voicethread assignment, it will open up, and you can click play, and hey everyone, and a little bit of information about yourself to me. And so for this, if it's a requirement, you can see my assignment, or you can see my original post for this first one here. Now, to make a post, you click on the little plus sign down here. You can either add your video, your voice comments, or you can, is an option to call in. And so you do that, you can respond. If you want to respond directly to somebody, instead of clicking on there, you can click this little backwards arrow, and then it'll be kind of a threaded response. The only other thing to note is that if it's one of the ones that has an additional video on another page, if you look down the bottom right hand corner, you will see some arrows, and that will take you over to the video. Okay, so if you go back here and go back to week 1 overview and assignment, so you're going to have everything within here. Let's go to week 2 so I can show you. So here's when you have the My Econ Lab work coming in. You have quiz 1, chapter 2 homework, Voicethread discussion 2, so forth. So again, this is all in My Econ Lab. And if you go back to the home page module, there is a form for giving you the instructions how to get into the course for My Econ Lab. Now again, you will need to get in here, so you will need to purchase access. You either get a hard copy book, and you should get, if it's a new copy, you will get a access code, or directly through this, and then you can get the ebook through there. And here's the code you're going to need, Shin 60090, and so forth. So if we go into My Econ Lab, so once you get into the course, you have information within here about assignments, when they're due, quizzes, so forth. When you go into the assignments, you will see them as they pop up. Again, they only become available 1 week in advance, which is why you're not seeing that yet. They don't come available until the course starts. And then you'll be able to see your results over here and so forth. Just a couple more things. You're not seeing it. You won't see it right away, or you may actually when I post the first assignment, or announcement. Announcements will be posted here. Everything, whenever I post an announcement, you're going to see it. It's going to be emailed to you. So make sure that whatever email you have connected to Canvas, you have access to, because that's how I will be communicating with you. If you go into the syllabus, you will see the course summary, which is what's coming up. Now again, because most of this is in Canvas, in My Econ Lab, the dates aren't going to fully match up. Just make sure you are going by the syllabus and the course syllabus, which we went through, and the modules. You all see your grades within here. Assignments going to be the same thing as far as the Voicethread assignments. And that's it. Come back up here. Okay. So again, welcome to the course. The biggest thing with a course like this online is that it's really important to keep up with the work and ask any questions if you have them. So, if you have questions, if you're not sure about something, just shoot me an email. If it's something quick, I can answer through that, or I can set up a office hours time with you. And so, again, if you have any questions, please let me know. And if not, just have a great semester.